guys, rock and country music facts and trivia. We're going to hit some rock and roll today. Maybe not the type I've been doing, but this is rock and roll 50s style rockabilly. And this is on the night that Carl Perkins gave rock and roll its swagger. This is the story behind Blue Suede Shoes. On December 19th, 1955, Carl Perkins stepped in the Memphis Sun studio with a song that would become a cornerstone of rock and roll history. But like most great music moments, the creation of Blue Suede Shoes wasn't so much a straight line as it was a tangible web of stories, late-night drives, and serendipitous inspiration. The result was a 2.5 minutes of stop-and-start rhythm, sharp guitar work, and a tongue-in-cheek ode to personal style, a song that defined a genre before rock and roll even knew what it wanted to be. The mythology around Blue Suede Shoes is iconic as the track itself. Johnny Cash, Perkins' Sun Records label mate and touring buddy, long claimed credit for sparking the idea. In Cash's version, he recounted an army buddy, C.B. White, who'd swagger into town during leave, boasting about his regulation black shoes that he insisted were blue suede for the night. Don't step on them, White would warn, protecting his footwear with religious fervor. Cash had the thought that the phrase had the makings of a hit, sharing the idea with Perkins on a road trip through Arkansas. But Perkins, by his own account, didn't see the potential at first. Perkins' version of events credits a moment at a tiny Jackson, Tennessee club, playing a gig with no stage, just a corner set up and his amp precariously perched on the floor. He overheard a boy barking at his date to stay clear of his brand new shoes. The memory stuck. That night, Perkins sat down and wrote the lyrics, fusing nursery rhyme simplicity with rhythm and sass of a new kind of music stirring in the South. By the time Perkins' band hit Sun Studio on December 19th, the song was practically bursting with energy. Perkins' guitar work leaned heavily on blues phrasing, driven by what drummer W.S. Fluke Holland described as their do-it-yourself style playing. The imperfections were part of the magic. The pauses in the song intro, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and now go cat go, weren't deliberate. They were because Holland, unused to counting in, had to keep up. Sam Phillips, the man who famously discovered Elvis Presley, recognized these quirks as the secret sauce of rockabilly. Where other producers might have insisted on smoothing it out, Phillips let it ride, even tweaking the lyrics himself, swapping out Go Man Go for catchier Go Cat Go. It wasn't polished, but that's exactly what made it work. Released in January of '56, Blue Suede Shoes was an instant sensation. By March, it had climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Top 100, narrowly held back from the top spot by none other than Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. But the song had something even bigger than chart dominance. It had cultural moment. Kids across the country were grooving to its infectious beat, its sharp, rebellious humor, resonating in an America that was ready to shake off post-war conformity. Elvis himself recorded the song soon after, performing it on a national television, millions of viewers of the Dorsey Brothers stage show and the Milton Berle show. It became the opening track of the debut album. And while his polished take brought the song to even greater heights, Perkins' original remained the raw, unfiltered heartbeat of rockabilly. There's something almost mythic about the way Blue Suede Shoes came together. W.S. Holland, the last surviving member of Perkins' band, reflected on those chaotic, formative days with a grin. I hear 3 or 4 versions of nearly everything that happened back then, he said, chuckling. But I remember this: when Sam Phillips heard something different, he would try to correct it. He wouldn't try to correct it, I'm sorry. He'd always leave it that way. That willingness to embrace the messy, imperfect magic of early rock and roll is what gave Blue Suede Shoes its lasting power. Even the recording's limitations played a role in its charm. Holland admitted that the band wasn't experienced enough to work out sophisticated arrangements, but the raw simplicity, what he called the only way we knew how to play, was exactly what made the track stand out. That blend of country, blues, and something entirely new was more than just a song. It was the sound of a revolution. For Carl Perkins, Blue Suede Shoes was both a career-defining success and bittersweet chapter. Just as the single was climbing the charts, a car crash in the March of '56 left Perkins hospitalized, unable to capitalize on his growing fame. While his career continued in fits and starts, the song lived on, immortalized not just by Elvis' soaring version, but its place as a cornerstone of rock and roll's origin history. What made Blue Suede Shoes endure isn't just its toe-tapping rhythm or its witty lyrics. It's the way it captures a moment when music was breaking free of its old constraints, when rebellion was just beginning to wear a beat you could dance to. Decades later, as its rhythm loops endlessly on vinyl, in jukeboxes, and on streaming platforms, one thing remains true. Carl Perkins' Blue Suede Shoes isn't just a song. It's the sound of rock and roll finding its voice. There you go. I always kind of wondered where it come from, because who would wear blue suede shoes? Even at that time, well, maybe nowadays with with the big mohawk purple hair and stuff, I don't know. But it was a cool song. It was a great song. And I like the Elvis version better, but if it wasn't for Carl Perkins, it wouldn't have happened at all. So God bless him. All I got for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. A little bit of taste of rockabilly here. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.